Hello everyone, welcome to Learn React 2023. In this video, I will be talking about useMemo hook, how it works and when you should actually use it. This video is meant for people with prior knowledge of JavaScript. Without any further ado, let's get started. So to explain useMemo in simple terms, imagine you have a computer program and there's a part of it that takes a long time to calculate something. Let's say you have a function that adds up all the numbers from 1 to 1000. Every time you need the sum, your program has to do the calculations again, which can be slow. Now, useMemo is like having a notepad next to your computer. When you calculate the sum for the first time, you write down the result on the notepad. The next time you need the sum, instead of doing the calculations all over again, you just look at your notepad and see the result you wrote down. It's faster because you're not repeating the same work. In the world of React, useMemo works in a similar way. You can use it to memorize or remember the result of a calculation. So if you need that result again, React can quickly provide it without redoing the work. To show you a simple example, first of all, without using useMemo. Here is an example. In this code, we calculate the sum of numbers in the data array that's coming in from the parent component, that's the array which has been sent. We calculate the sum of these numbers directly within the component without using useMemo. It will recalculate the sum every time the component renders, regardless of whether the data array has changed or not. Now, perhaps we have a built-in hook called useMemo. Like I already mentioned before, memo stands for memoization, which essentially caches a value so we don't have to recompute it every time. Let me update the code. In order to do that, I will have to import useMemo. Now, I'm going to call useMemo like every other hook in React. This part is the dependency part where we send a variable based on which the hook will be rendered. Let's say let result equals 0. I will just copy paste this over here. For let number of data result, this result is going to be result plus number, and then I'm going to return the result. So in the dependency array over here, I'm going to pass the data array. Comment this out. I'm going to assign this to another variable const sum. Yeah. So in this example, useMemo is used to calculate the sum of numbers in the data array. It ensures that the sum is only recalculated when the data array changes. If data remains same between renders, React will use the previously calculated sum, which can improve performance by avoiding unnecessary calculations. Now, you might think, why not memorize everything? The reason you don't want to do that is because it does give you some performance overheads and memory overheads. For example, this useMemo function must be called every single render of your component. So you're calling an additional function and it's also saving this previous value in some memory variable. And you're forcing your memory to get larger every time you use memo because you have to store an additional value in the memory. This is not a big deal. However, if you use it at every place, even when it's not necessary, it's going to cause additional memory usage and slow performance. Therefore, use it only when you really need performance benefits. Thank you.